Hello, everyone, and a wonderful night to you all. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Nicole. If you've never listened to my show before, this is Little John Listens. We're doing a very special series. It is called Cinco Plumas. Okay, where we will be talking to 5 authors during the month of August to hear about their story, their process, their books, of course. And this, of course, is in association with Activate Core. It is for the virtual book tour 2025. It has been a wonderful, wonderful tour. And of course, all organized by Sis Jennifer, whose dream is currently our reality. So, Sis Jennifer, if you're listening, if you're here, I know you are. I just wanted to say a wonderful shout out to you. And thank you for making all of this possible. Thank you for bringing so many of us together. Okay. I will be switching to Spanish shortly. Okay. Although my author speaks both Spanish and English, if it is that she feels more comfortable in English or Spanish, whichever she can choose, she can decide. Okay.
Yes.
Um, also, what else? I think that's it. Thank you all, guys, for coming. I'm so sorry that we had that little hiccup on Friday, but all is well now. There is no rain, and
Don't worry.
we can move forward. Okay, so tonight we are talking to Valentina Ayun Moreno. Okay.
Ajá.
And she is the author of Lo que el viento susurró en mi oído, which is absolutely wonderful. It is a book of poems. It is awesome. I'm going to let her tell you all about it. Ayun, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Nice, wonderful. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm very, very happy that you are here with me sharing such a wonderful, wonderful book. And of course, I'm very excited to hear about your journey. Guys in the chat, remember this is called Little John Listens. So if I start rambling, if I start talking too much, just type in the chat, listen. Okay, so to remind me that I should be listening and not talking. This is not about me. This is about her. Okay. All right, Ayun. Let me start with my first question. Your
Okay.
name, Ayun. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Because it's Valentina and then Ayun, Moreno.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell me about Ayun?
Okay. So, hello everyone. I am really glad to be here. And yes, I am really glad for have this opportunity to share my book. And for start, yes, for me, Ayun Nice is my artistic name. So this name was a canalization, and I received this canalization when I was in a circus festival. So for me, it was really important because it was on a fire party. Like everyone has a lot of fire, and then they make yeah, different shows with fire. Was the party of fire. So in that party, I received this canalization, and was important and amazing because in that moment I start to travel for Latin America. I was 18, 18 years
18 years
old,
old.
and I received this name, and then I start to travel to Latin America. And for me now, I recognize myself like a young nice because it's like an expansive como I feel more como expandida with that name. And also
More
Valentina is
connected.
my name, and mhm, yes, also Valentina is my name, and Valentina for me is mean my powerful also to be brave and make the things that I want to do, go for my dreams.
Beautiful. All right, I like it. Okay,
O sea, and
go ahead.
Ayun
Go
is
ahead.
mean love. Ayun is mean love, and nice love in Mapudungun, in Mapuche, que is the people from the earth in south of Chile. And so Ayun is mean love, and nice is mean I am. So it's my name is I am love.
Wow, that is actually very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful
Yeah,
and
thank
very
you.
powerful. I like that. Okay. So do you
And
prefer Ayun
also,
or Valentina? Which do you prefer at this time? Do you go more by Valentina or by Ayun?
for me, it's like Valentina. Como this was a really difficult decision to. I don't know if I like a poet. I want to call like Valentina because this book was about my life, and then Ayun Nice is like my alter ego or maybe an artistic faceta. Entonces, you can tell me Ayun because everyone told me Ayun right now, but also Valentina is alright.
Okay, all right. Well, I like Ayun. I actually really love how it rolls off the tongue. So I think Ayun is just, it's going to be my little thing. Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah, I love
right.
it. I love it.
Right. All right. Well,
And
my,
as,
Mhm,
I
go
have
ahead.
to tell something. This is important that nice is yo soy, I am, en euskera. I don't know if you know euskera is a poetic como lengua
Right.
from Vascos, the north of España, Spain. Yes. So I both como Ayun from Mapuche and Nice from Euskera are poetic lenguas, o sea, lenguas poéticas.
Right. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have already such a solid footing into being a poet and all of that. I am very, very excited just to get this opportunity to talk to you and to get to know you a little bit better, to have my audience get to know you a little bit better as well. All right, so I'm going to ask you, or rather, my next question for you is, ¿qué fue lo que te atrajo primera a la poesía? What was the first thing that really called you to poetry?
Mm-hmm. Wow, I love that question. For me, was when I was 14 years old, and I had to read a Pablo Neruda,
One of the great.
21 cartas de amor y una canción desesperada. So I read one poem, just one poem, and then I feel like this light. I really remember that moment that I feel like inspiration, and I read my first poem, and then I read it, and I said, "Oh my God, I really love this. It's so good." Como me
So
encantó realmente lo
it
que
was
escribí.
almost like a eureka moment, like, oh my God, I should definitely be a poet. But at 14, that is so young, so incredibly young to have that revelation.
Ajá. Yeah, and also for me, poetry is is a way, and I feel really como comfortable because I know that my way to see the things is poetry. So I don't take como too much difficult, or I just let it be myself in poetry. It's not like music. In music, I need to be more disciplined, and maybe one time and then two times and three times and maybe 20 times, and I like it. But with poem it's like just express myself, and I feel that is beauty.
So poems or poetry for you, therefore, is a way for you to understand your reality.
Yes. See, and also that was one of o sea, the most important topic for me in my book was understand what was happening with me because I have a um repetitive pattern. So I think in that moment I want to understand what is the root of this, you know? So I start to write and write and write and write, and then I said, "Whoa, como abrí una caja, como una caja de Pandora."
Was
Yes,
when at
tell me.
14, when you told the first person that, listen, I want to be a poet, what was that reaction? What was the reaction you got, and um how did that influence you? What was your reaction?
Wow, so good question. Wow, this a ver, for me, I don't tell this to my family because, o sea, it's interesting because I feel in that moment I have like two personalities, like one in the school and another in my house. Maybe I don't feel the confidence with my family or the space to really share my emotions. So my I share my poems with or maybe my feeling or my sensation was like they maybe don't understand the poetry, you know? Como maybe my family is like cold, you know, no, como don't be connect with the emotions.
No sabe cómo reaccionar, cómo entender,
Exacto.
cómo captar
So
esa
I never
pasión.
feel in, yes, and that was in my house. With was with my friends. I said like, oh, I made you a poem, and I made this. Do you want to hear? But that was the thing. In the school, I had this. Maybe my real personality. Like I was really extroverted, and I share my poems. But with friends or with the yeah, when somebody likes me, I share my poems. But como something como secret. I don't, era como un secreto. Ajá.
Written poems? No, I'm here to listen, not saying a word. Okay. All right, it's not about me. Need to keep reminding myself of that. All right, do you remember your first poem? Do you remember the first poem you ever wrote? What it was about? Maybe even the name of it? Do you remember?
I don't remember. Mm, or maybe here in the book, maybe I have, yeah, I put one of my first, but I don't know if it was the first, but
Okay.
I put it.
Okay. One of your earliest poems, you added that to the
And I
okay.
like that. Como maybe it was like three first poems, and I really like it because so are so intense. Like when I discovered this, so it's really intense and como hormonal, like adolescent way to share.
It's okay. That's okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, I also think that at that age, what we are or what one might write in terms of song, play, book, whatever, it is that pent up space within us that we cannot readily express to anyone else, you know? So I love that. I love that you finding that love, that.
Thank you.
My next question for you. ¿Tienes algún ritual, superstición u objeto de confort que te ayuda a escribir cuando estás atascada? I'm
Yeah.
completely not.
Yeah. Well, and in this last time, I was like blocked. Um, and I think the most important things to keep writing is exercise for me.
You do exercise before.
Como yeah, breathe because I was feeling. como in this emotional blockade, como
Mm-hmm.
bloqueada emocionalmente. So I don't have the como sí, el ánimo or maybe serotonina for ride, So when I make exercise, I all my emotions move, and the ideas come to me really really fast, and I have the energy to and the concentration focus to write that or maybe create music. But if I don't make exercise, como I don't fix, no funciono.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I need to walk and or maybe run, and I
And
really like to go to the mountains or
that's what I was
or
gonna
hills.
ask you. That's what I was gonna ask you because if you participate in like sports and all of that, do you connect with nature a lot? Because when I look at your
Yes.
poems, there's a lot there's a lot there. So what part does nature play in your writing?
What?
What part does nature play in your writing? ¿Cómo te afecta la naturaleza a tus poemas?
Yeah, that is the thing. Right now is really important for me because right now I am in a mountain. I am living in the nature right now. So I reconnect with myself, with the como energy to write. You know, I was living in a city, and I don't want to write, o sea, no quería, ¿cachai? And now for me, I love como hills or mountains because they're learning a lot of things, como when you start to climb, um, you can know yourself, you can know yourself, and you can really listen the things that are blocking yourself, and then mountain give you como
Mm-hmm.
the wisdom to continue. And I need it. I need to connect with mountain or maybe this nien espíritus, como wisdom spirit. I need it because if I don't do it, I feel like que escribo? What I am right if I don't connect with nature.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get that too. I get that too. Wow. Okay. It's very difficult, I think, to just sit and come up with something. For me, for example, when I'm writing a story, if I don't follow my characters, it feels like I'm fighting the book. But once I'm following them, it just kind of flows, you know? So I get
Mm-hmm.
that needing something to kind of unblock you and allow you, or rather allow the inspiration to just flow. So I fully understand that. Okay. All right. Can
Yeah,
you
and
tell me?
also I need fire. I love to turn on a candle.
Like
I
you
really
you
love
light
that
a
also.
candle.
Yeah, como vela, candle. Yeah, I like to prender a candle also for write.
Tell me a little bit about the title of your book. Okay, we're talking about nature.
Title?
Yes, tell me a little bit about the
Okay.
title, el título del libro. ¿Por qué lo elegiste? ¿Qué significa para ti?
That was a proposition from my editora, the
Mhm.
mother of my editora, and I really love it. Como I love this way to work in teamwork,
Yes.
because my first idea was like love, because all the time I was understanding what happened with my relationships and or me with people. So for me it was like love, como black and white, That was my first idea.
Mhm.
And then there's read my book, and they say like, no, you don't speak just about love. O sea, yes, you speak from love, but from nature, from connect with about your roots, so they understand or they see like I was listen the wisdom of the wind. So when she told me, I said, "Whoa, she really understand what I am trying to say." And I don't see that, because you need to people see you, and then you can really understand more things.
Hmm. Hmm. Finding your tribe, finding someone that listens, that hears, that sees you, that is really, really important for an
Uh-huh.
artist.
And
Yeah.
also, for me, I feel these connections. Like I told you, when I go to mountain, or when I feel the wind, is like I feel free. So it's one of the essence from this book. Is like the root, my own root to my own, yeah, liberation from my mental patterns. So that for me is the invitation to the wind, like be free, be you, like don't listen the opinion to other people, like listen your voice, the voice of the nature.
Be
Be free.
yourself. Be yourself. Oh my God. Wow. So many of us today are hoping for that kind of liberation, that freedom. Wow, that's absolutely amazing. Let me ask you this. If you could choose one of your poems to add it to like a time capsule, okay? It would not be open for
Okay.
maybe the next 50 years. Which poem would you choose? Which poem would you put into that time capsule?
Oh my god. Maybe one of my poems is about time.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
Because I don't know if you see the if you see the time in this way, but I am really a temporal person. I think I
Mm-hmm.
change to lines of time all the time. Like I feel when
You
I am
change
in a
timeline.
more expensive. Yeah, I feel it. I feel it like, for example, for me, make this book put me in a better line of time of my own life. Because everything is a decision. If I don't decide to make this book, maybe I will was in another time of line.
A different space.
When you
Something
decide to
else would
make
have been
something,
happening.
so I have. Do you want to listen this? But I have to tell this in español.
Yeah, please, no, that's fine. Whichever
¿Está
language
bien?
we're switching it up tonight.
Okay, and I have this in English, but maybe in my Gmail, and I don't know where. Okay, this poem is called El tiempo atemporal, el no tiempo y el destiempo. Okay, el tiempo y el no tiempo primero. El tiempo es un constructo conceptual que no existe en lo tangible, y el no tiempo viene siendo los saltos de confianza y fe que se dan atemporalmente en el aquí y ahora. El no tiempo responde a una forma radial y mágica de vivir, en la cual se entremezcla el astral y la realidad, donde se manifiesta el ensueño, o sea, la manifestación cotidiana que existe en el tiempo. El tiempo y el no tiempo conviven como hermanos, gemelos, y el puente entre ellos es la atemporalidad. El tiempo es cotidiano y el no tiempo tiene que ver con el reposo, donde se gestan las ideas que abren el portal de la atemporalidad, siendo esta la oportunidad de dar saltos del tiempo al no tiempo y así. según la disposición de la mente del soñante. El tiempo, el destiempo, es el limbo, cuando el alma aún no cruza los portales del tiempo y el no tiempo, divagando entre ambos. También puede estar divagando en una línea atemporal. Del destiempo se sale solo con convicción, confianza y fe. En el no tiempo vive el amor incondicional, por ser su única forma de expresión, y la atemporalidad es el flujo por donde se viaja para acceder a él cuando se está encerrado en el tiempo. El tiempo y el no tiempo, la temporalidad y el destiempo se embarcan en el espacio interior y exterior. Estos dos últimos conceptos realmente son lo mismo.
Oh, I'm gonna say that that poem is timeless.
Timeless.
Timeless. It's timeless. It's timeless. How
Yeah,
many of us every single day we wake up and our whole lives are just time where we have an alarm for this, an alarm for that, an alarm for this, alarm for that, and our whole lives right until we go back to bed, we're just following a clock.
yeah, that is
But this
time,
idea that there
like
is no
quotidian
time,
life.
yeah,
Yeah,
there is
no,
no
no time.
time. You can just exist in limbo if you like. You get to
Yeah,
choose.
and
For
for
many
me,
of us, we don't know this.
uh-huh, I am a really atemporal girl. So it's really freaky and normal and
Mhm.
like when I start to travel was like, oh my god, I can really change my reality. Maybe if I just keep on my town, maybe I never see and change and discover, and I have this new potential to really share my voice and what I think. So yeah, that's it.
So important.
Like we
So
can really
important. So
change
important.
our timeline if we believe in us, in the things that we really want to do, like big things. We put on in a really better time of line.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this. When you were writing,
Okay.
at some point, did you imagine who would be reading your poems? Did you have an idea of who you wanted to read your poems? Who were you writing for?
hmm I think I write for freaky people, you know.
Explain
but
freaky people because
but in a good way, like I think you're freaky and I like you a lot. I think you're freaky. I think you're freaky. Yeah, that is the thing. Like, for me, it's like take out this mask to, yeah, to trying to be part of society. Like, como sobreadaptarte a la sociedad. You know. So I make this book for adolescent women and also people, also men, um, for as a freaky person, like
those
maybe
people
are
who
in
need
a
to shed
down.
that kind of
Huh?
the restrictions of society to step into your own power, your own space, who you authentically are. That is actually
Yeah,
pretty revolutionary if one were to love themselves. It shouldn't be a revolutionary act, but it is. So okay.
yeah, that is the
I
things
love
I
that.
write for people to feel weird because they como change themselves, and also it's like a hook from your authenticity, your vulnerability. And that is my intention, because this book, also poetry, come from a lot of resilience. Like, oh my god, it's difficult, also it's difficult, but it's really better if you connect with with what are the things that your mind or your inner voice is telling you. Like, I want to go to dance, and I want to make poetry, and I want to make music, and I listen that call, and I just make it, and I just do it, or maybe I
Right,
want
that
to go
that
to the
that
mountain, so
freedom,
I go to the mountain.
that kind of freedom, people, many people have never experienced a day in their lives where they're just like, you know what, today I'm gonna do what I want to do, you know, and just
Mm-hmm.
be free. And that shouldn't even supposed to be considered freaky or crazy. That what you would call freaky,
Yeah.
I call crazy. Okay, but it's like a good kind of crazy, loving yourself, accepting yourself, being yourself. It's it's
Mm-hmm.
it's so refreshing. So
Yeah, and
refreshing.
also take your time. For me, it's like, take my time, you know take my time, and make the things in my way. And also, you have a lot of I had a lot of como my own warm, like, oh, maybe I was to go to the university, maybe I have to make that and no, for me, it's not that way. It's like, it's not go to university. It's like, I want to take my time to really understand or to develop the things that block myself, and continue, like, take my time to, I don't know if healing is just understand myself, what I am in the way that I am, and take a and make me a lot of, darme mucho amor and abrazos to be really compassionate with my history, like, take my time to understand my history, what I am in the way I am right now, and continue. For me, I take a lot of time to process como difficult things that I live.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and also understand, como también entendí que me salgo de la norma, como I don't keep in the norm. So also accept that things that maybe my essence or my authentic way to be is uncomfortable for you, but I love it, like, all that journey. And I think it's really value, and I take my time to really embrace and hug that process.
And that is so hard. What is the worst advice you've received as an author? What would you say? Because you are fighting for your authentic self. You are going against the grain. You are making all of these bold moves and steps. What is the worst advice you have received as an author?
The world, de
El,
lo peor.
el peor consejo que alguien te ha dado como escritora, autora.
A ver, maybe, a ver, somebody one, it's like music, like musician, like someone one time tell me, if you don't think or write, make poetry. Someone tell me that things,
If you don't think,
you know
wait,
if
again,
you don't if you o sea, si no cantas bien, como haz poesía. If you don't think think good, make poetry.
you can improve as a singer. That that's not
Yeah,
okay.
but yeah, for sure. But also, it's like, for me, and also was like important because right now, like, my rap is like, I want to make whatever I want, and that is value and inspiring for women, because a lot of women don't don't make the things that really want to make, las cosas, o sea, we say in España, we say lo que te salga del coño. Como que, so I want to rap in the way that I want to rap. If I want to rap in that way, then Shane, when I think, I discovered that is really value to be free.
Mhm, mhm. You don't have to follow what anyone else is doing. a lot of innovation that we have received throughout history, it's people that are willing to be brave, willing to have everyone tell them, oh my God, this is so terrible, this is wrong, until you find your tribe. And then you have all of these
Hmm.
people going, oh my God, that is so amazing. And you're like, oh my God, yes.
Yeah, that is the thing,
This is where I'm going to go, and I'm comfortable here, and I'm
maybe for
happy
me this
here.
is like the good step. Is a good step, like if you really you're, it's like you have to be brave, to be yourself, or to come, yes, accept like you're free, and so you can do whatever you want. So depends on you. It's your responsibility. Be yourself. So then you attract like good people, like
Yes.
como people to really love you. And I think, and for that reason I make this book, because I was really como aburrida, really boring, to be in a context that people don't accept myself, because I don't was accepting myself totally, but I was really boring of that situation. Como I really
When
want to
I
connect with accept myself, and recognize for other.
Excellent, excellent. And I think that that is so brave and so wonderful. I was writing for my first book took me 20 years to publish. Okay. And once I published it and I found the VBT, the virtual book tour, the first one that they had, I was there, and that was the first time I was in the same space with other writers, who have been through it. Like, I could just say something to them and they're like, yeah, you don't even have to finish your sentence. We know, we've been there, we know, we understand. And it was so wonderful for me to finally be able to talk freely. Finding your tribe is so important, but it took me such a long, long time. Here is my next question to you. What what advice would you give your younger self before you found your tribe? What advice would you give your younger self? Okay, your charger. Okay, take your time. We're here. We're here. All right, guys, we are here. We are talking to Ayun. Okay. We're having a lovely, lovely conversation about her book, about her story, about her journey, her life, which is so, so enlightening. Um, I know that some of you who are listening, you're very young. Maybe I should even say this in Spanish because I know dos chicas que sí también están escuchando, tratando de encontrar su voz, tratando de entender que está bien ser como estés. No deja que otra persona o las opiniones de otras personas te deja en una caja, te deja básicamente em, sintiendo como que estás en una cárcel, ¿ya? Tú sí puedes salir del día a día, de la rueda, como lo llaman. Está bien encontrar tu propio voz, y ese viaje de adentro también es tan importante para poder expresarse. Oh my God, this is just absolutely wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. We're waiting for you. She's on her way to find her charger. Let's just give her a couple more minutes. If you want to type anything in the chat, if you want me to answer any questions while I'm here and while we're waiting, you can do that as well. I see a question here from Ulysses for her. So when she comes back, I will ask her. And of course, if you guys have any questions for her, you can go ahead and just jot them in the chat, and I will make sure that she responds to those questions as soon as possible. Any questions from you guys? Go ahead, ask me anything. Ooh, not everything. I know my audience, so ask me some things. Okay, if you like, while we wait. my God, I have to be careful because I know the people who are listening. I love you all so much. You are my tribe. Okay. So I have to be so careful what I allow you to say. This is going on YouTube and Spotify. All right. Let's just give her a couple more minutes. Thank you, Isabel. I'm doing my best here. Oh my God, I'm in the spotlight. This is nice, but I love this quiet sit down with the author. Okay, I tend to spend my days talking too much, and of course, I need to listen more. I feel like I'm doing well so far. Um, no one has said listen yet in the chat, which is thank you, Sam. No one has said listen, so I guess I'm in tune. I'm all ears. I don't want to go on a tangent about myself. Oh my God. Ooh, not okay. So not okay. I do that very often, as you might all already know. Let me see if Ayun is trying to get back in. Let me see if she sent me anything. No, not yet. I haven't seen anything from her. Let's just give her a few more minutes. I've got so many other questions for her. Um, yeah, yeah. Sam says it's so precious to have opportunities to totally unplug from ourselves. Yes, yes, I do. I spend a lot of time in my head. My best friend tells me that everything is about me, even if it's about him. But okay. Yes, Isabel says we need more poetry in life to see the beauty, to take a moment to stop and smell the roses. We don't do that often enough. We're always running, jumping, skipping from one meeting to the next, from one event to the next, from one project to the next. And when we're not in projects, we're not in meetings, we're not in events, we're on our phones. We don't stop enough. We don't slow down enough. That poem that she read about time and just moving through time, being timeless, being free, the ability to choose. So amazing. So amazing. Oh my God. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. And of course, again, this is a part of the virtual book tour for 2025. Such a wonderful and powerful movement. Sis Jennifer, I know you're in here somewhere. So just giving you a little shout out. This has been awesome. It's been wonderful. Maybe you do have an idea, but let me tell you again, you have changed my life. You've changed so many other writers' lives. The work that you are doing is absolutely fantastic. It's necessary. I needed it. Okay. I did not have my tribe, as I said just now, did not have my tribe. That's a question I have. Okay. How do you define? Okay. How would you all define poetry? That's a question I have. I feel like I'd be calling everything poetry. You guys, you're making me laugh. Oh my God. Oh my God. But I think if you want to label whatever you want to label as poetry, more power to you. Okay? If it means that you are seeing the beauty, if it means that you are seeing the authentic, if it means that you are connecting, you are in the moment, do it, go for it. I love it. Just everything's poetry. That's fine. That's fine. You can decide. You can choose. I'm sure Ayun would say, yeah, you get to, yeah, you, exactly, exactly. You get to decide. You know, you had one type of poetry and then someone else decided, oh, I can do it this way too. And I'm going to call it poetry as well. And then of course maybe there was like a little bit of a resistance. No, that's not poetry because it doesn't look like this, which we know is poetry. And then over time people are like, oh well, that could also be poetry. Yeah, let's go with that. And now it's poetry. So you get to choose, you get to decide. No one can tell you. Okay, no one can tell you. You get to claim your own reality, your own destiny. All right. I think that is the crux of this entire um, interview. Okay. You get to choose. And in choosing, it is so simple, or rather, the choosing or beginning to choose. It's not easy. But once you have done that and you continue to do that, you will realize that your life is just that much better. All of the people that would have made that whole episode of your life difficult, they would slowly just fall away. And then you, therefore, you start to attract people who are like you, like minded. Okay. And then from there, you're free. You're free. As Ayun said, freaky people. I say crazy people. Okay. And everyone's like, sometimes they're like, oh my God, crazy. What do you mean crazy? And I of course, I have to explain crazy is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. You get called crazy when you are doing your own thing and people are just, oh my God, that's crazy. That's so ridiculous. But they also, on some level, are envious of that kind of freedom, liberating yourself. It is a beautiful place to be where you are just you and everyone else can do whatever they want to do. And that's fine too. You know, do you? You enter this space of it is what it is. And that is a beautiful, beautiful place to be. It is what it is. No one can argue with that. It is what it is. All right, guys, we're gonna give Ayun 5 more minutes. I don't know if she's trying to get back in. I don't see any messages from her. I don't know. I don't see any messages. Isabel, yes, I think you should get her book. Get her book. Okay? I don't have the link. I when I post on YouTube, I will add her link. Sam says, "Where's Ayun from?" She's Chilean, but she's not living in Chile at this time. Um, she hasn't shared um exactly where she is from. Sorry, where she's living now. So I can't share that. But I know that she's Chilean, which is absolutely awesome. And for her to take her name from from Mapudungu, which I find so incredibly, it's getting back to your roots, you know, who you are as a person, as a people. That's kind of cool. And names are so important. That is why I started um this interview with just trying to understand her name. She's love. That's beautiful. I think that that's absolutely beautiful. So beautiful. Ulysses had asked earlier if she knew. Oh, I think she's back. Hi, you're back. You're back. Welcome back. We've just been talking and talking, waiting for you, my darling. Okay, we have a lot of questions in the chat. I'm trying to move. Yeah, someone wants to know where you're from. I told him you're from Chile. But I know that you know what? You answer. I'm going back into listening mode. Okay? So, where are you from? Are you? Where are you from?
Cachapoal River. Yes, I born in the Niue, like valley to Chile. So I am
Is
like
that in the south? Is that to the south of Santiago? Al sur de Santiago?
yes, 1 hour, 1 hour and maybe 30 minutes to south and then to west.
Okay, so
Yes, so I am a farm girl.
nice,
Yes,
nice. Someone else wanted to ask if you know Nicanor.
Nicanor Parra.
Yeah, Nicanor Parra.
Yeah, I love it, and maybe I inspire a lot in this concept that he made, like como el antipoema. I think one of yeah topics to be Chilean is like be really irrelevante, como no irreverente, like
Irreverent.
revolutionary too, or maybe free, or maybe break the norm, you know? Yeah, you know.
Yes,
Also,
that's
for
nice.
example, Violeta Parra say that things like, eh, como en vez de cantar, grita, em, quiebra la métrica, exprésate. It's like, you know, like,
Step outside, be real. I love
yeah,
Violeta
what is
Parra.
that from
Please,
academic things? No, 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 no,
she was
no.
solid. She, she was
Yeah.
solid. She was solid. She was solid. Just everything that she did was solid. Wow.
Thank you.
And she lived that. That's amazing. That is so amazing.
Thank you.
So amazing. Wow.
Yeah. And also, that is my book, The Journey to Really Accept and all the emotions that I feel like for be so free, you know? And also how I forget or maybe lose myself. Also, in what part of my route I lose my freedom also, you know? Like, I try to adapt myself to society also, but I feel really bad making that. So my book speak about that things, how I return to my wild um, inner child, o sea, wild inner child, how I return to a wild woman, you know, woman. See,
What advice
it's
would
like
you
my
give?
return to this, and also it's like a surrender and como renacer también.
Like a phoenix. I love it. Like the phoenix. Like the
Yeah, like a
phoenix.
phoenix. Yeah.
What
Yeah,
advice would
totally.
you give? What advice would you give to your younger self at 14, 15, 17?
Oof.
What advice? What would you say? Because we have
Oh
some
my
very
God.
young people listening.
No, thank you. I feel really emocionada. So I say to my younger self, like, dance, girl. You have to dance. Dance and keep dancing and make circus. And because how I tell you, in the movement, in moving myself and recognize myself, I really find my wild women, you know, mi mujer salvaje. Como it's something from your body, like you have to feel comfortable and feel the confidence in your body. You have to really believe in your body for make whatever, you know. You have to have that power and feel you strong for travel and share yourself and see you in the mirror and I say I love what I am, like. But so that is the things, like dance and make exercise or maybe deporte, you know, sports is really como make this hook for yourself. For me, is the most important things or maybe the big change in my life. Because when I don't move myself, I have depression. You know, I don't have the energy to make the things that I love when I don't move myself, my body. So that is my advice to really uh, discover your potential, your body potential to be a human. You know, like what things like an animal, human being we can make in this earth. You know, that is my advice for my younger self.
To get back
So
to
keep
your
moving myself and break and also I think that I made that, you know, because I change a lot como respect to my family, and that change comes when I decide to make circus. I decide to have a better como structural, how do you say, like como postura, como I decide to have, you know, and I decide that and I say, okay, I want to make circus.
You joined the circus. Estaba
I
parte de
don't
un
join. It's like
circo.
no, like train
Okay.
acrobacia, maybe flexibility, hand stop.
Got you. Like pushing your body to the limits, basically.
To really understand your limits and como conciencia ya, body, your conciencia corporal,
Your
body consciousness.
body consciousness. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with that. All right. What does what does success look like for Ayun? What would success be? At what point would you say, okay, this thing happened, so it means therefore that I am successful? ¿Cómo tú decides o identificas el éxito? ¿Qué tendrá que pasar o qué ha pasado para sentir como que, ah, no, ya, sí, tengo éxito?
Mm, really good question. I think, no, bebé, estoy en una entrevista. Em, I think como recognize myself, like my last discoverment was como accept my decision and como have a good relation with me. I think that this is my really my present como success. Feel in all days like okay, I am my most important relationship. So I really need to be alright with me. If I don't feel right, why I don't feel right? Maybe I am listening a lot to others and I am don't listen myself, so I feel bad with me, you know. And this was como my last discoverment that I really okay. I am my most important relationship. So how I am with me, you know, and and in this point I start to feel better for make whatever, you know, my goals, or maybe just enjoy my day, you know, and feel grateful because of the things that I am living. And you know, if because if you don't feel good with you, so alright with you, como you can really enjoy whatever you are living, you know.
So with that, you feel like you have already succeeded. You're there. Whatever else, it's just like a plus, but you've already succeeded.
I think it's the first door, you know, for whatever. Because you can make whatever, you know, also you can make, but if you don't feel alright with you, don't enjoy it. What are you living? Where you are created, you know?
Sense that makes sense. Going through the motions and just producing whatever every day with no passion behind it. That's not living at all.
hmm
What
And
when
also, it's
Mhm.
really confrontative, you know, como it's really confrontative, como see why do you feel como bad with you, also, you know, como all that things I feel is my new freedom. Can really be honest with me and with the things that I am created.
I feel like it is such a very profound journey to look within. And most of us spend our time looking without for external validation, for what other people think, what other people are doing. Going in, looking in, searching within yourself to know yourself, to find yourself. That is
Yes.
such a, it's difficult. It's difficult, but
Yeah, in
once
some
you make the
point
decision,
we make. Yeah, me voy a traer el libro que lo dejé en la mesa. Mi libro. In some point, I think como we was educated for, or we don't educated to really listen ourselves, you know. Como entonces, for me, for that reason, I tell you this was my last como discover, because in some point I still listen the voice maybe to expectativas from other in my life, you know, to my mom, maybe grandma, grandpa, father, you know, whatever, like, but that was my voice. So como, and I don't know what happened with me. This what? Yes, I know what happened. I made uh I look obsidian mirror to discover what I feel like bad with me, you know, like, and I discovered that was a block como for my ancestors. ¿Cachai?
Like a
So then,
connection.
uh-huh.
You spend a lot of time soul searching, and that is really cool. Really cool.
Thank you.
When someone finishes your book, what what would you like them to take away from your words, from your expressions, from your soul, basically? Because once we write something on paper and we have, it's almost like they are reading our minds or souls or essence. What would you like someone to take away from reading your book?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to tell you that maybe you cry. Como that is como, yeah, como, so mm, maybe that is something short, like you cry, you can cry and feel this vulnerability and honest with you. So I think when you finish my book, or what I want is like um como understand or maybe feel empty and compassion with your own history, you know. So oh my god, como I feel the same, como I am the same human, you know, like this exercise to this girl is the same like as me. I live something similar, and maybe I had the same block, and I, you know, so como just recognize that, or maybe como feel that emotion, can you como can give you a como impulse to write and to maybe paint or connect with your inner child. Como that is my maybe my work, you know, like for me was share my the history that how I returned to have energy and ganas to be alive, you know, like how I return to feel que estar viva es lo mejor, ¿no? Como that is the
Be
things
alive,
like
to want to
go
live.
through, yeah, go through the things that are painful, you know.
That is a that is not an easy journey, but it's so worth it. So worth it. So worth it. Once we can
Totally.
look at ourselves and just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna love you. And it's okay. And it just has to be, you know? And even from that, from the idea of the savage woman, the authentic woman, you know, we as women in general, this is me not listening now, this is me just talking. I apologize. Um, but
Don't worry.
but but we are told what to do, how to be, all of these expectations on being woman. Why do we do this to ourselves? And then we, of course, pass that on to the other little girls that are coming up, and we keep going through this terrible cycle. Who are we if we're not a mother, if we're not a wife, if we're not a sister, if we're not a this? And we always have to be perfect at every single turn. If your hair is straight, you look beautiful with curly hair. If your hair is curly, you look beautiful with straight hair. Can I just have my hair? It doesn't cost me anything. Let it just be. Can I just be beautiful the way it is? Who benefits? Who profits from all of that? Who profits?
Yeah. That is the point. That I make me this question, what does it mean be a woman, What does it mean? What does it mean for me? Como and what does it mean for me is just listen what I want to do,
Yeah,
and accept
yeah.
what is my expression in the world. Accept that it's alright,
It is
and
all right.
also
It is all right.
como trascender some thinkings like no, I have to put this clothes or I don't know whatever, but things in some point como make me or make you feel uncomfortable, because I want to put me this clothes. It's ridiculous if we just, o sea, I am talking about this and I feel it's ridiculous. Como that things make us feel uncomfortable.
Doing those things that, and they're so unnecessary. Oftentimes, I'm so sorry. They just seem so unnecessary. I don't need to be wearing a skirt or high heels or makeup to, I don't know, to show up, to be there for a friend. I don't need all of that. That doesn't make me a woman. That is what society tells me that I'm supposed to do, you know, to keep me in that box. Hey, those high
Mm-hmm.
heels, if you're in an emergency, how do you run?
Yes.
You are basically walking with a handicap and you're paying a lot of money for that handicap. Why? Why bother? Why not choose to be comfortable where you can focus more on what's important
Mm-hmm.
and not your look? Now, if you want to be in
No.
your high heels, I have no problems with your high heels. Okay. But just ensure that you are making that choice for yourself, for you, because you choose it, not because someone else tells you that that
Yeah,
is
that is the things, because it's not. Or I don't know if you are listening to me. Mm-hmm. Hola, ¿qué pasó?
hello. Yay. Can you hear me?
Hi. Hi
Ayun?
again.
Okay. Sorry about that. Don't know why technology wasn't something
I
I
can
said.
listen
But okay,
you.
I'm you can't hear me? You don't hear me at all? Can you guys hear me?
Hi.
No one can hear me. I don't know what's happening. Why can't I be heard? I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
I don't
Hello,
know what is
hello.
happening.
Can you hear
¿Me
me at
escucha?
all? Nothing? Hello, hello. I hear you, but I don't know why. Can you see me? No sé por qué. No entiendo por qué. Ah, ni siquiera estoy. Oh my god.
Hello.
Oh, it's gotta be there.
Hola.
Yes, can you hear me now? Can you
Yeah,
hear
I can
me?
hear you.
Nice. Okay. Good. I'm sorry about that. I tried to return to the studio, but it just didn't allow me to. But
Don't
okay,
worry.
we're back and all is well. All right.
Yes.
So, my last questions to you. Is there anything that we should know that we do not know about you? Is there anything that you would
Mm-hmm.
like to add? Anything that you would like to tell us about Ayun that we haven't already asked?
Okay. So maybe it's just this is started. Yeah, from me,
I feel like there's so much. I feel like maybe there's like so much that we're, I mean, it's a very short interview, okay? And I
mm-hmm.
feel like there is so much more. Like there's a lot of things that you said that I would like to clarify. Maybe when we are in private, I will get a chance to ask.
For sure. Maybe we can make also a live, and we
Nice.
can make a live in Instagram.
Oh, that would be amazing. That would be awesome. Okay, I like that. All right, guys. Ooh, remember, please put the link for your book in the chat
Okay.
so that everyone can go to your sites to see um what you're working on, your projects, anything new that you're doing. Keep us informed. Please do not leave us behind. We want to know. We want to follow you. Okay? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good, 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 good,
Yeah,
good.
I here I am.
Okay. And I am going to publish this show on YouTube and on Spotify. Okay. And I'll send you the link afterwards. Guys, if you have not seen it in its entirety, for those who are late or for whatever reason, you will be able to watch this entire okay, I see where you put it in the chat. Wonderful, 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 amazing.
That link is my link from Amazon.
Amazon. Okay, good. Good, good. Excellent. And your Instagram, Facebook,
There is my
wherever else and
there is my Instagram, Facebook, and also with that name you can listen to my music in Spotify.
nice, 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 nice. Okay. All right, guys. Does anyone have any final questions for Ayun while we have her on this beautiful Sunday night? Thank you guys so much for joining us. Does anyone have any final questions?
Mm. And also I want to say, como respect to the other question,
Mm-hmm.
like it's not como algo impositivo.
Mm-hmm.
O sea, it's something that you have to feel, that is, o sea, the point of this is take your time
Mm-hmm.
to really connect with what is your expression, and feel comfortable with you and understand why you use the clothes that you want to use, or maybe if you make, like it's understand yourself and take your time and accept yourself, because also, o sea, I have a lot of character, like one is really rude and wild, and another is like fashion and also hippie and also sport, and I don't know, like a lot of rapper,
Mm-hmm. And you can
como.
change as you feel like. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
to stick to one specific anything. Tomorrow I can wake up and decide, oh my God, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. But it's about me and what I choose. So I like that. Uh,
Exactly, exactly.
Isabel is asking, are you making your poems into music?
Oh, Oli. So interesting. Yes, o sea, that is this, o sea, is my job right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like make my album, and I am working on it. Like, I was in these questions and also like exist in this blocked. I was feeling blocked, but right now I feel like, oh my god, I am a lot of music, so I just have to do it. And my freedom is like my como treasure
Mm-hmm.
or diamond. So I just have to do it, So, mm-hmm,
Nice.
mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Wow. So we can look forward to hearing a lot of new stuff coming from you. 2026, maybe. I feel like 2025 is done. So 2026.
Yeah. Thanks for
2026.
tell.
Yes, please keep us posted. Please let me know where you are, what you're doing, all of that. And of course, I will be following you on these sites. Thank you so very much
Thank
for
you.
joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for making the time to be here with us, to share with us, to express yourself, talk about your book. It has been a great pleasure. Thank you, all of you, for joining. Sorry about the false start on Friday. It was raining cats and dogs, and
Don't
then
worry.
my lights just went out, and I'm like, oh my god, like I need the lights. Um, so thank you
You are the
guys
light.
for hanging on and for coming back and for joining us. Of course, next week, Friday, I will be talking to another very, very, very interesting author, also Chilean, and that one is going to shock even me because he writes horror. Okay. I don't even know how I'm gonna get through that. Oh my god.
So
Okay,
excited.
guys. All right, I'm gonna send you the posters and everything, and of course when and where you can join me, which is of course here. All right, thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
Nicole.
Ayun.
You're so
Bye.
lovely.
Don't hang up immediately. I still want to talk to you. Okay, we're saying bye to
Okay.
them. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
Chao. Muchas
Ciao.
gracias. Miau.